The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Listen, man. Hey, man, his new album dropped today, and the timing could not be more perfect, man. We got Chuck D in the building. Y'all give it up and show your love for Chuck D. Hey. Chuck D.
What up, Rick?
Elvis.
You always sound good on the radio, man. You just sound good, man.
Man, I appreciate you. Hey, Chuck D, Elvis was a hero the most. Elvis was a hero. Boy, let me tell you.
Don't get started.
Bro, we are big fans over here. We still play Fight the Power on this show still to this day. I make sure that we play it, man. The new mix and the old mix. How you doing, man?
Mm-hmm. I'm good, man. I also always got to mention the Isley Brothers Fight the Power. So we were blessed to hear that when we were shorties, and that allowed us to do the thing for Spike Lee. And then Questlove and the crew helped out on this year. But remember, this is not an individual type of thing. This is just telling everybody to stay aware, stay woke. And if you ain't woke, be woke and wake up.
Well, congratulations on Public Enemy's 14th studio album, man. So what you going to do when the grid goes down? Tell us about it.
Well, we were blessed by Uncle George Clinton because a lot of people go to Uncle George for the funk. We went to him for his vision, and he's always been a futurist with the funkadelic and also, his funkosophy. So it's pretty much making a statement inside the record, using the platform of recording to say, listen, be prepared. Government tricks, whatever. There's no time for micro differences. Get out there and vote. And really, when it comes down to black people, I'm going to be simple, Ricky. It's the side that you're on versus the side that hates you. Because when they consider that you don't matter or your lives don't matter as much, that's just spreading the isms, the ills, and the hate. So we got to fight that off and then get on to what to do and how to work afterwards. So that's that.
Right. Hey, Chuck, so you've been very outspoken in regards to the Breonna Taylor case. What are your thoughts on the verdict that came down this week?
I think Young Energy just was like, they got tired of saying that the list got ridiculous. Younger Energy looks at things and said, man, this is just hypocritical. I'm going to speak out against it right away. We expect the expected. And I think I read somewhere where somebody said Michael Vick's dogs got more justice than Breonna Taylor's life. So we got to be able to say, listen, if we're going to live here and still not be considered family, a part of the United States where they consider you to matter as much as everybody else, we got to fix that. You got to demand to fix that. So fighting the power means that you fight for love, respect, understanding, wisdom, and love, and knowledge, and peace and love. But it ain't going to just wash up on your shore. It's the things that you got to fight for. And all the other stuff aside, less than 40 days away is the way that you start your fight. It doesn't mean you stop fighting or you accomplish your goal by voting. Voting is about going to your local, and that's what Younger Energy did this year. If they saw something symbolically was in their neighborhood as a statue, they said, we got to take it down. So no more evident than the hypocrisy is when you see the dude at the top say, I'll give you a 10-year sentence if you take one of these statues down again, even if it's saying F you. So people see that and they say, listen, things got to change. But this is the first way that you get that punch in first to defend yourself.
Speaking of that change, the hip-hop community has become a major voice for Black America. So do you think today's artists are doing enough with their platform? And is there anything else that hip-hop and the hip-hop community can do to help mobilize the people and get us to the polls in November?
Well, hip-hop community now in 2020 is 0 to 60, or at least maybe 0 to 65. And a bigger platform than a song or a record or album is social media itself. So your phones and your gadgets, it's just a time to look at them more as being tools than toys. We can understand how exciting it is as a toy, but it's a tool. Just like when they made the car was meant to do the A to B. Not necessarily for somebody who might want to do figure eights in the parking lot and go who riding. But, we understand that sometimes people who are born under a gadget and all their life and might just use it frivolously, so that we understand that. But this is a time to use social media, and artists understand that. Everybody's recording, so recording the records and the album is not such a big deal like it might have been 50 years ago, 40 years ago. But this is a thing where now people say social media makes me react right away, and they go into it right away. So let's use it in the best way.
So, Chuck, what can we do to fight voter suppression this November?
Inform people. You're on the radio. A lot of people listen to you. And I just think you just got to keep at it. It's not a thing where you do once and expect that people to get it. You got to almost be irritating to the point that you must do it. I mean, I tell people real simple. With black folk, you got to break it down in simple terms. I tell people, listen, you can say what you want to say about voting, but you ain't got to wash your ass. But you can't walk around saying other things.
Right. Right.
Wow.
That's a real good analogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
Chuck, real fast, man.
You got to come up with analogies when it comes down to us. Make it simple, make it plain, keep it moving.
Hey, can you please share some information about this Public Enemy biopic that's in the works?
I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Nobody's talking about it yet.
What?
Nah, I think, first of all, I'd rather be heard than not seen. And with Public Enemy, it's a group. And so it's a lot of, individuals that need their story to be told. I don't care if my story is told or not. I'm a team player. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'd rather be in the real than a movie.
I know that's right.
Hey, man, DJ Chuck Neely, DJ Chuck D out of Houston, Texas, told me to tell you what's up. And,
Yeah,
man,
tell him what up, Chuck.
there it is. He just heard you. There you go. Now get your ass on my Facebook. Anyway. Hey, Chuck, man, thank you so much for checking in this morning, man. We are fans for life, man. Tell the whole crew that we said what's up, man. And we appreciate
well, thank you. I tell the whole crew what's up, man. But I knew I was ready for your show, man, when I heard, set it off in the mix, man, because that song will never die.
Right, absolutely. Hey, Chuck, let everybody know how they can follow you.
Yeah, you follow me on Twitter at Mr. Chuck D. I got all the other social media stuff my team runs, but personally, I do Twitter at Mr. Chuck D. When you're over 50 years old, and I just turned 60, I say only do one social media at a time.
Right.
And I do Twitter. Cassie telling me I do Instagram, I do this. I'm like, yo, slow down, man. I do Twitter, and I keep it moving like that. But I appreciate y'all, and thank you for having me on, and everybody in the crew also salutes y'all.
Hey, Chuck, you always welcome to come on, man. Hey, man, we absolutely love you, man. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love. The one and only Chuck D. His Public Enemy new single, Fight the Power 2020. Y'all give it up one more time, Chuck D. Ladies and gentlemen, come on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, too. Thank you. All the best to y'all.
There it is. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.